Hi, I'm Dave Wurzel, and you're watching PHTV4 Spotlight. Today's Spotlight is on the Palos Park Women's Club, and they have a special event coming up, and we want to talk about that, but we're very fortunate we have a couple of the club members here with us, Ronette on my right and on my far right, Ann, and they're going to talk to us about the Palos Park Women's Club and also the Mother's Day walk coming up. But before we do that, how about tell us about yourselves a little bit with this club and how long you've been members, and then maybe you can talk about the club itself, the purpose and mission of it.
Sure.
Well, the club has been around since 1902, and we recently had a big celebration for our 120th year. But now we're in 122nd.
I would say congratulations. I think you ought to celebrate once you're over the 100 mark, those are big milestones. Celebrate 124, 125. Yeah. That's great, congratulations.
Well, thank you. I moved to Palos Park back in 1989 and was looking for a way to meet other women in the area, and I kept hearing about the Palos Park Women's Club. And it seemed like everything that was happening in Palos Park, different projects, were started by the Women's Club. So that really had me interested in meeting these incredible women who get things done.
Okay, I want to, so you kind of opened a door there for me, maybe Ronette, you want to speak to the projects, and I assume that connects to the purpose of the organization, or part of the purpose of the organization.
Yeah.
You want to speak to that?
Correct.
In your background with it, too.
Certainly. So I'm Ronette McCarthy, and like Ann, moved to Palos Park in 2011, so a little after Ann did. But it probably wasn't week 2 of living here that I began to hear about the Palos Park Women's Club and how it was an organization to join. And I, too, felt that everything I saw being done within the village of Palos Park had a Palos Park Women's Club hand in it. So it was that same year of moving in, I joined the organization and have been involved, like Ann, with the board at various levels. And what Ann didn't mention, I'm going to tell, is as of next Thursday, both Ann and I are being sworn in as co-presidents of the Palos Park Women's Club. So we will take the leadership of the organization for the next 2 years.
All right, wonderful. So, and maybe especially in that role as president, can you talk about what are some of the projects you've taken on, and then if you want to speak to projects coming up as well?
Mm-hmm. Well, the Women's Club created all the village signposts, the 13 of them, going into the village. They felt we needed something a little special for that.
Oh, like the welcome signs?
The welcome signs around the town. And we focus on children's and women's issues, as well as arts and education and environment, civic engagement, and health and wellness. We sponsor a blood drive every November in the village. We've had many different fundraisers, but just to involve our members, other events that we do.
Sure. And how our organization works is how I explain it to people, especially when they're looking at possibly becoming a member or collaborating with us, is every month there's something for members to do. We proudly boast over 150 members right now from all areas. You do not have to live just in Palos Park to be a member. We have members from Oak Lawn to Orland to Homer to Lockport. They're really all over the southwest area. They encompass all ages, from maybe a stay-at-home mom who wants to get out in the evening, which I'll explain about, to retired individuals, to individuals who've been members for 25, 30 years. We have 2 meetings a month. Our year runs from September through May. We do take the summer off from meetings. We have daytime meetings that are the second Thursday of every month. They meet from 9:30 to about noon, where we would have a speaker, and there's always some fundraising or community contribution of some kind we do at those morning meetings. We then have evening meetings the third Thursday of every month, where we may do a similar project of what the morning group did, or we may do something completely different, from food drives to last month we introduced art into our evening meeting, where we learned how to raise monarch butterflies to help
Right, pollinators.
propagate our environment. And then we had an art session led where we painted flower pots. So sometimes it is for the members, and sometimes it's for the outside community as well.
This is the event you're talking about. So even though it's the Palos Park Women's Club, some of the activities they're beyond Palos Park. They include a
Yes.
much larger community,
Yes.
whether it's a food drive or a blood drive or an art,
Yes.
experience. And obviously the signage is a Palos Park specific, but
Right.
the organization goes way beyond that, it sounds like.
It does.
Yeah.
And actually, we're a member of the General Federation of Women's Clubs, which is an international organization and has over 60,000 members. So especially when it comes to helping children, women in danger, or other events like that, purposes that we feel like we're helping. We're helping with pushing legislation, and it is a much larger group
It
than
sounds
just
like
us.
it sounds like there's a lot of dimensions to this organization. This isn't, women just getting together to drink coffee or tea and discuss whatever. No, there are projects here, and some of them may be more fun-based or educational-based, versus some are much more important in terms of their impact in the community at large or specific individuals.
Correct. Like, just to tell you about a couple this year, so one of our organizations that we've helped support throughout the years is the South Suburban Crisis Center. So they will come to us, and typically it's in December of every year. That month we kind of dedicate to the South Suburban Crisis Center and what we can provide to them. We've done everything from simply collecting items that they need, so they'll come to us with a list of what individuals who are going to them who need help, mothers and children, what they may need from toiletries to sheets to bedding. To this year, we collected over $1,600 at one event, our second annual holiday party at McCord Gallery. Because they said we could really use gift cards that we can give to those coming, whether it's for food or gas or groceries. And so within a few hours, our members contributed over $1,600, not to mention the items that they brought there too. So we were at the Bridge Teen Center a couple weeks ago helping them. A lot of our outreach goes to help other organizations. We do February, we do a Valentine's Day card drive for the Veterans Home in Manteno, where this year I think we topped 270 Valentine's cards with special notes in them, $5 for the
$5
veterans, for them to be, do what they want. And from what we've heard, the veterans wait for those Women's Club cards, because Palos Park Women's Club is one of the only ones that actually sticks $5 in it, I've heard.
Well, it's a beautiful gesture, whatever monetary amount, just the gesture in itself, and of course, obviously, the gift is the nice bonus on top of it. But to have that, know that there are people out there who care about you and what's happening. You mentioned a lot of great reasons for a person to join this club. It begs the question at this point. So, somebody wants to join, how do they go about doing it? What does that process look like?
We'd suggest that they just come to a meeting and see if they feel like it would be a good fit for them, if they'd like to be part of it. I have to say that the meetings and the events are mostly about friends getting together for a purpose. So we have fun, we enjoy one another's company, and then we're also accomplishing something too. And then they would just let the membership chair know that they'd like to be a member and pay their dues, and then they could be a member.
It sounds like a great opportunity to have a shared experience and come together, but then at the same time to know that you're working towards something important that's going to be an important contribution in some area. What's the best place to get information about Palos Park? Our website, Facebook?
All of the above.
Okay.
So we have a website that certainly has membership information on it. It has a whole host of other information, from our history to our charitable giving to our projects, to information about the board itself. So, sometimes people will look through all the board members and or committee members and see, do I know someone I can reach out to? We also have a very active Facebook page and Instagram page. So, on any sort of search engine that they want to use and put in Palos Park Women's Club, and they will find us on one of those avenues.
Okay, good. And then, just as an example, something coming up, which is a social event, but also probably an important cause in how it helps generate funds for your organization to then help out in other areas. You have a Mother's Day event coming up. Do you want to speak to that?
We do. We are very proud of our Mother's Day Walk. This is our second annual Mother's Day Walk. So last year was our first year. Last year we had over 200 participants join us.
Wow, that's a big number.
It was at Lake, it is again this year at Lake Catherine here in Palos Heights. This year we moved it to the Saturday before Mother's Day. Last year it was on Mother's Day. So this year it's on Saturday, May 11th. It begins at 8. Registration will open prior to that for people to come and join us. And why would you want to join us before? It's because we have a whole host of other activities happening. We have things for children from McCord Gallery, doing a project for mothers that they could give their mothers the next day. We have a face painter. We have vendors that are coming to sell Mother's Day gifts, where participants can purchase them and help support local women-owned businesses, which is another interest of ours. And then we have a 1 mile or 3 mile walk that they can participate in. So they can take a leisurely walk around the beautiful lake of Lake Catherine, or they can take the 3 mile, which goes east on the Cal-Sag a bit and then back. And I will tell you, as of right now, we are approaching more than about 150 from last year. So we're approaching that 300 participant mark this year already.
Wow, yeah.
And we still have another week of registration. People can also register the day of the event, which we did have. Registration now is $30 for adults, $20 for children. It was a little bit less if you registered before April 15th, but we're past that date. Children under 2 are free. And we would just love to see all the families out there. Last year we had a great amount, just not mothers, it was whole families. We do have a professional photographer who is coming to take pictures, at which the families, if you know the beautiful backdrop there of Lake Catherine.
Right, the waterfalls
right now
and-
it's supposed to be 60 and sunny. So, this is a rain or shine event. But we have a photographer coming who participants will receive those photographs at no cost. So it's a nice memento, and to have a professional photographer come.
It sounds like a great event, a fun time for the family and the women attend, and at the same time also to contribute to something that's going to be very important for other events or other organizations.
Correct.
And how you share or work that out. A lot of great things going on. Obviously, a wonderful organization to be part of. Any other advice or information you want to share about the Palos Park Women's Club? Anything else coming up later this year you want to mention?
Well, we're always looking for women to come and help and volunteer and to meet one another. We have in the summer we do have a white elephant sale that's at the Palos Heights Farmers Market.
Okay.
In August. The date's still to be determined, but we work towards that.
But we can look for you at the farmer's market.
At the farmers market,
Okay.
we'll be
All
there.
right.
So we do take the summer off, however.
All right.
From meetings, there's always things to do, and that's one of the things I always like people to know is that people will ask me, especially I'm still full-time working, have 2 young children, how do you have the time to do the women's club? And it's really what you want to put into it. So yes, there's a membership fee. We'd love to see you at meetings, but there's always ways to contribute. To bring it back to the gift cards that we collected. We had members contribute gift cards that may not come regularly to the meeting, but it's still their way to be able to contribute to the women's club. So you can come to one meeting, you can come to all the meetings, you can help at the Mother's Day walk. There's always ways to get involved if you want to.
Yeah, I was going to say there's so many opportunities, and then obviously No, this is just a good thing to do, and maybe to step away from your routine every now and then and connect in this way with other people too.
With like-minded, passionate women who truly look for the betterment of our community and Palos Park and the larger area.
All right. Well, I definitely want to encourage people to check out the Palos Park Women's Club website, check them out on Facebook, Instagram. A lot of great things going on with the organization. Ann, Renette, thank you for coming in this morning. Wish you best. Have fun at the Mother's Day walk.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very
for
much.
this opportunity.
I'm Dave Wurzel, and you've been watching Spotlight. Spotlight today has been on the Palos Park Women's Club. Thank you for watching.